regrettably, number 5 is Sir Roger Moore. I mean, I effectively grew up with his films as a kid. I mean, you know, people always say you remember the Bond you grew up with, and I suppose being born in 85, it's technically Pierce Brosnan, because you know, I was a baby and a toddler child when the Dalton films came out, and I was 10 by the time Brosnan came out. But such is the magic of things being shown on TV, you know, Roger Moore's films are deeply ingrained. But of the 7 Bond films, Moore only ever really seemed to have come close to the idea of Bond that I like now in For Your Eyes Only, and then I'd say Octopussy, whereas the other films have their moments, but they're sporadic, like View to a Kill has I'm speechless with admiration, with Soarin', and there's a couple of other moments, but they're lost in a sea of gags and obvious stuntmen and poor villains or whatever. Not in View to a Kill and that, but you know, in the other films. You also can't help but think that Moore should have left after at least For Your Eyes Only. Would the franchise have been, you know, would say Dalton or Brosnan, if they'd come in what, 83, 85, have done a film any different to what Roger Moore done? You never know, do you? Moore's humour is what is always associated with those films. You only get like die-hard Bond fans who would go, well, you know, Moonraker's got the death of Corinne, which is one of the most haunting scenes in a Bond film, and yet it's in Moonraker. And again, that scene in City Hall with Soarin', and indeed the fact it culminates with a fantastic visual of Bond bringing Stacey down the fire ladder to the instrumental of View to a Kill by John Barry. And then you've got his interactions with Octopussy in the film of the same name, the death of Fiji, the death of Ferrara, and For Your Eyes Only, and Spy Who Loved Me has its moments like that. I think that scene with Anya in the hotel is not too bad, you know, where they both spies, both doing the same job technically, and she realises he's the one that killed her boyfriend, and she's like, I will kill you when this is over, and he's like, look mate, this is what we do. You know, there's no room for sentimentalism. I can't speak properly tonight, and I haven't even touched this yet. Nice bloke. I wish I'd met him. I had 1,001 questions for Sir Roger Moore. I'm a big fan of Kenneth Moore growing up, and I didn't realise until I read Kenny Moore's book, but also one of Sir Roger Moore's, that they were best men to each other for their respective third weddings. If that makes sense to you, please contact Falkland House, Broadway, London, SW7. They're expecting you. God, it's so bloody hot. I don't do well in heat. He has his moments, but he doesn't feel like Bond. But he brought his own style, quite literally, to Bond. Smoking cigars, he wore for some fantastic suits, but then, you know, after a while the Bond films were quite known for it. You know, Daniel Craig wears suits, for instance, proper suits. Connery never really seemed to. Lazenby didn't get the chance to. Dalton had a different style. He wore suits, but they didn't seem as like they came from Savile Row, like Roger Moore's. And that's the thing, you know, Bond in my eye, he smokes cigarettes and he drinks cups of coffee or whatever, and martinis, I guess. But Moore's Bond is a cigar-breathing chap. It's little. I mean, I don't smoke, but it's the image, and that's what Roger Moore did in Persuaders, and you know, all the other films he did, like Escape to Athena and all the rest of it. So yeah, chaps, I feel really bad more than I should do doing a crappy YouTube video saying this about Sir Roger, but I've read the book, I love the books, and I'm always looking for something that's similar to the books, because you're never ever going to capture those books. You can't nowadays anyway. The attitudes, the generalisations and everything people don't like nowadays, rightly and wrongly. So we're moving on now to number 4, it's the heat.